What's up everyone, SuperaTom here, and today I am going to show everyone how to iframe dodge all of Primo Geovishap's attack. Now I can see that the iframe in Genshin Impact gives you around half a second, which is a pretty wide window, so you would be able to dodge many of the attacks easily once you've learned how. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it. So the first of his attack is where he swipes 360 degrees. What you want to know about this attack is that it is possible to iframe dodge it, but if you are iframe dodging on the ground, then you'd still be taking damage from the crystallized effect of the attack. Because the attack frame is longer than your iframe, so you'd still be taking damage, but you will not get knocked back while still being able to continue your attack. So some of the ways to not take damage is obviously to run far away from the boss, right? Also, if you have Shao or Venti, you can utilize their jumping skill to dodge the attack too, but the best way still I found is to save your elemental burst, as that is the ultimate iframe for your continuing your DPS. Now something to notice is that many of the time the boss does this ground swipe 3 times in a row, so basically you've got to be ready to dodge if you want to iframe it properly, because most of the time you wouldn't be able to have enough character to switch to for every single elemental burst iframe. The next attack is where he will try to attack with his hands swiping down at you 3 times. The first 2 times are from each of the hands, and the last time will be a heavy slam that deals quite a lot of damage if you get hit. So basically the easiest way to know to dodge this is to kind of like quietly count in your mind 1 second for each of the first 2 hand swipes, and then the final heavy slam would take around 2 seconds, which is usually 2 frames. Another one of his attack that he sometimes uses is shooting an elemental geyser out of his mouth. Again, this is relatively easy to dodge. You just run the way that he's shooting and then dodge at the right moment the attack hit. This attack has very small hitbox, so you should be able to pull it off easily. The next I would say is his ultimate attack. I'm sure this is something you guys have been asking, like how do you actually iframe the ultimate attack where he shoots his energy beam on the ground and makes it explode. So the answer is you can iframe dodge this, but you will still be taking damage, just like the ground strike, because the hitbox of this attack is just too large to not take damage. Now obviously they show you a way to deal with this attack is that to use the shield. Once you see him start to use this attack, you can obviously switch to a character like Noelle or Beidou to turn on the shield. So whenever the attacks actually goes, it's going to hit the shield and then knocks back into the boss. But I don't think that's going to be the best way if you want to continue your DPS, because the best way I would be using is to save your elemental burst for this, because it is the ultimate iframe that the game gives you, so why not utilize it and continue your DPS once you finish your elemental burst. So guys, whenever you've got elemental burst, really don't just use it aimlessly just for damage, because you can definitely use this for times like this. Also, there's going to be an attack where he dig underground and then speed towards you. Once close enough, he'll jump up and slam to the ground. Now this is relatively easy to dodge because the frame from when he jumps up to when he hits the ground is about 2 seconds. So you can easily time this and iframe dodge it towards him and then continuing your attack DPS from there. But this only happens when you're standing too far away, like you're using a bow user like Ganyu for example, shooting arrow far away, then he'll be digging underground and then move towards you. But since you're iframing, I'd say that most of the time you'll be standing under his leg, so the chance of he using this attack is going to be very slim. Now one of last of his attack is what I call the meteor shower. He normally uses this when his health are over half or running low. So this meteor will be falling down the ground and does AoE damage to you if you stay too close. But again, I wouldn't say this is much of a threat, considering that you're planning to iframe dodge, then you'll be staying close to him most of the time and then continuing to attack him from there anyway. So that's pretty much all of his attack. Now let's have a look at how I demonstrate this in one of my run, and I'll show you his attack pattern as well. Okay, so now let's have a look at one of my run where I show you his attack pattern. So something to note before the run is that before the fight starts, he's going to take a lot less damage right up until he finishes his rolls. As you can see, he's taking barely no damage, so I wouldn't suggest you spamming a lot of your skills before that. And this is where he used the 3 swipe. As you can see, the but I know heavy slam takes a little bit longer than the other 2 swipes, so you can time that correctly and dodge that pretty easily in the iframe. And this is where he uses ultimate attack. I just save my elemental burst for Kuching and then continuing my DPS from there. This is his roll. Now sometimes if you're not used to it, the roll can actually caught you off guard and quite hard to dodge, but as you fight more and then times it correctly, you should be able to pull it off. But as you can see, I still take damage from the 360 roll because of the crystallized effect that he plays on me, and then I get hit. But then you should also have like a healer on your team as well to support you on this. Like I usually have my Barbara around, and that's going to help me a lot. And there he just uses Skeeter to shoot. I can easily dodge through that. Okay, and then continuing to attack while basically using the same iframe on each of his attack. Saving ultimate elemental burst for easy iframe. There, and then now his health is coming low. He's going to be using the meteor shower very soon, like now I believe. And then as you stay close to his foot, then normally you don't really have to deal with it too much. And then with that, you should be very good with dodging iframe of this guy. Then finish him off with a blast. Bam! If you found this video helpful, please leave a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel and love Genshin Impact, then press the subscribe button for more of my upcoming Genshin Impact video. I just love the game and play it every single day. PS, if you want to know my Kuching build, then leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to make a separate video on this. And with that, this is Tom wishing everyone a super day.